Welcome back to your social science class. Today I'll be starting a new chapter, Industries, from the geography section. So, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. As you may have seen, the pulp that has been changed into paper and paper into a notebook. Similarly, if you take the example of a cotton shirt, cotton is actually cultivated in field and is subjected to various processes in the factory to give us the final product that we use or wear. And you will see that the finished product has more value and utility than the raw material that it is made from. So where are all these finished products or goods produced? Yes, in factories and in industries, and that is what we will be learning in this video. Now, to begin with, this term industry itself refers to an economic activity that is concerned with production of goods, extraction of minerals, or the provision of services. Thus, we have iron and steel industry, that is production of goods, coal mining industry for extraction of coal, and tourism industry, which is a service provider industry. So students, now let's study about the classification of industries. Industries can be classified on the basis of raw material, size, and ownership. Now, according to the raw materials used, industry may be agro-based industries, mineral-based industries, marine-based industries, and forest-based industries, depending on the type of raw materials they use. Well, students, agro-based industries are those industries that use plant and animal-based products as their raw materials. Food processing, vegetable oil, cotton textile, dairy products, and leather industries are some examples of agro-based industries. Okay, mineral-based industries are those primary industries that use mineral ore as their raw material. The product of these industries feed other industries. Iron made from iron ore is the product of mineral-based industries. This is used as raw material for the manufacture of a number of other products such as heavy machinery, building materials, and railway coaches. Marine-based industries use products from sea and oceans as raw materials. Industries processing seafoods or manufacturing fish oil are some examples. Similarly, forest-based industries utilize forest produce as raw materials. These industries associated with forest and pulp and paper, pharmaceuticals, furnitures, and buildings are some examples. Well, students, industries are also classified according to its size. Now over here, size refers to the amount of capital invested in that industry, number of people employed, and the volume of the production. Based on size, industries can be classified into small-scale industry and large-scale industries. Cottage or household industries are a type of small-scale industry where the products are manufactured by hand by the artisans. Basket weaving, pottery, and other handicrafts are examples of cottage industry. Small-scale industries use lesser amount of capital and technology as compared to large-scale industries that produce large volume of products. Investment of capital is higher and the technology used is superior in large-scale industries. Silk weaving and food processing industries are small-scale industries. Likewise, production of automobiles and heavy machineries are large-scale industries. Moving further, students, industries can also be classified on the basis of ownership into private sector, state-owned or public sector, joint sector, and cooperative sector. Private sector industries are owned and operated by individuals or a group of individuals. The public sector industries are owned and operated by the government such as Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, the Steel Authority of India Limited. Joint sector industries are owned and operated by the state and individuals or a group of individuals. Maruti Udyog Limited is an example of joint sector industries. Well, students, cooperative sector industries are owned and operated by producers or suppliers of raw materials, workers, or both. Anand Milk Union Limited and Sudha Dairy are success stories of a cooperative venture. So now we'll be studying about the factors that affect the location of industries. The factors affecting the location of industries are the availability of raw material, land, water, labor, power, capital, transport, and market. Industries are situated where some or all these factors are easily available. Sometimes the government provides incentives like subsidized power, lower transport costs, and other infrastructure so that industries may be located in backward areas. Industrialization often leads to development and growth of towns and cities. Now we will try and understand what is industrial system. An industrial system consists of inputs, processes, and outputs. The inputs are the raw materials, labor, and cost of land, transport, power, and other infrastructures. The process includes a wide range of activities that convert the raw material into finished products. The outputs are the end products and the income earned from it. In case of the textile industry, the inputs may be cotton, human labor, factory, and transport cost. The process includes ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing, and painting. The output is the shirt you wear. Well, students, now let us try and understand as where are the industries basically located. That means the industrial regions. Industrial regions emerge when a number of industries locate close to each other and share benefits of their closeness. Major industrial regions of the world are North America, Western and Central Europe, Eastern Europe, and Eastern Asia. Major industrial regions tend to be located in the temperate areas near seaports and especially near coal fields. India has several industrial regions like Mumbai, Pune cluster, Bangalore, Tamil Nadu region, Hooghly region, Ahmedabad, Baroda region, Chota Nagpur industrial belt, Vishakhapatnam, Guntur belt, Gurgaon, Delhi, Meerut region, and the Kollam, Thiruvananthapuram industrial cluster. Well, now we are going to be studying about the distribution of major industries. The world's major industries are the iron and steel industry, the textile industry, and the information technology industry. The iron and steel industry and textile industry are the older industries, while information technology is an emerging industry. The countries in which iron and steel industry is located are Germany, USA, China, Japan, and Russia. Textile industry is concentrated in India, Hong Kong, South Korea, Japan, and Taiwan. The major hubs of information technology industry are the Silicon Valley of Central California and the Bangalore region of India. So now we'll be studying about these industries in detail. So at first, let's take up iron and steel industry. Like other industries, iron and steel industry too comprises various inputs, processes, and outputs. This is a feeder industry whose products are used as a raw material for other industries. The input for the industry includes raw materials such as iron ore, coal, and limestone, along with labor, capital, site, and other infrastructures. The process of converting iron ore into steel involves many stages. The raw material is put in a blast furnace where it undergoes smelting. It is then refined. The output obtained is steel, which may be used by other industries as raw material. Steel is tough and it can easily be shaped, cut, or made into wire. Special alloys of steel can be made by adding small amount of other metals such as aluminium, nickel, and copper. Alloys gives steel unusual hardness, toughness, or ability to resist rust. Steel is often called the backbone of modern industry. Almost everything we use is either made of iron and steel or has been made with tools and machineries of these metals. Ships, trains, trucks, and autos are made largely of steel. Even the safety pins and the needles you use are made from steel. Oil wells are drilled with steel machinery. Farm machines are mostly steel. Large buildings have steel framework. Before 1800 AD, iron and steel industry was located where raw materials, power supply, and running water were easily available. Later, the ideal location for the industry was near coalfields and close to canals and railways. After 1950, iron and steel industry began to be located on large areas of flat land near seaports. This is because by this time, steel works had become very large and iron ore had to be imported from overseas. In India, iron and steel industry has developed taking advantage of raw materials, cheap labor, transport, and market. All the important steel producing centers such as Bhilai, Durgapur, Burnpur, Jamshedpur, Rourkela, Bokaro are situated in a region that spreads for over 4 states, that is West Bengal, Jharkhand, Orissa, and Chhattisgarh. Bhadravati and Vijayanagar in Karnataka, Vishakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh, Salem in Tamil Nadu are other important steel centers utilizing local resources. India's steel production increased from 1 million ton in 1947 to 30 million tons in 2002.